hero. She is beneath him in rank." "How do you know he loves her?" inquired Claudio. "I heard him swear in his affection," was the reply, and Baraccio chimed in with, "So did I too." Claudio was then left to himself, and his thought was that his prince had betrayed him. "Farewell, hero," he muttered. "I was a fool to trust an agent." Meanwhile, Beatrice and Benedick, who was masked, were having a brisk exchange of opinions. "Did Benedick ever make you laugh?" asked she. "Who is Benedick?" he inquired. "A prince's jester," replied Beatrice, and she spoke so sharply that I wouldn't marry her, he declared afterwards, if her estate were the Garden of Eden. But the principal speaker at the masquerade was neither Beatrice nor Benedick. It was Don Pedro, who carried out his plan to the letter, and brought the light back to Claudio's face in a twinkling by appearing before him with Leonato and Hero and saying, "Claudio, when would you like to go to church?" "Tomorrow," was the prompt answer. "Time goes on crutches till I marry Hero." "Give her a week, my dear son," said Leonato, and Claudio's heart thumped with joy. "And now," said the amiable Don Pedro, "we must find a wife for Signor Benedick. It is a task for Hercules." "I will help you," said Leonato, "if I have to sit up 10 nights." Then Hero spoke. "I will do what I can, my lord, to find a good husband for Beatrice." And thus, with happy laughter, ended the masquerade, which had given Claudio a lesson for nothing. Baraccio cheered up Don John by laying a plan before him, with which he was confident he could persuade both Claudio and Don Pedro that Hero was a fickle girl. Don John agreed to this plan of hate. Don Pedro, on the other hand, had devised a cunning plan of love. "If," he said to Leonato, "we pretend, when Beatrice is near enough to overhear us, that Benedick is pining for her love, she will pity him, see his good qualities, and love him. And if, when Benedick thinks we don't know he is listening, we say how sad it is that the beautiful Beatrice should be in love with a heartless scoffer like Benedick, he will certainly be on his knees before her in a week or less." So one day, when Benedick was reading in a summer house, Claudio sat down outside with Leonato and said, "Your daughter told me something about a letter she wrote." "Letter?" exclaimed Leonato. "She'll get up 20 times in the night and write goodness knows what." But once Hero peeped and saw the words Benedick and Beatrice on the sheet, and then Beatrice tore it up. "Hero told me," said Claudio, "that she cried, 'Oh, sweet Benedick!'" Benedick was touched to the core by this implorable story, which he was vain enough to believe. "She is fair and good," he said to himself. "I mustn't seem proud. I feel that I love her. People will laugh, of course, but their paper bullets will do me no harm." At this moment Beatrice came to the summer house and said, "Against my will, I have come to tell you that dinner is ready." "Fair Beatrice, I thank you," said Benedick. "I took no more pains to come than you take pains to thank me," was the rejoinder intended to freeze him. But it didn't freeze him, it warmed him. The meaning he squeezed out of her rude speech was that she was delighted to come to him. Hero, who had undertaken the task of melting the heart of Beatrice, took no trouble to seek an occasion. She simply said to her maid Margaret one day, "Run into the parlour and whisper to Beatrice that Ursula and I are talking about her in the orchard." Having said this, she felt as sure that Beatrice would overhear what was meant for her ears as if she had made an appointment with her cousin. In the orchard was a bower screened from the sun by honeysuckles, and Beatrice entered it a few minutes after Margaret had gone on her errand. "But are you sure," asked Ursula, who was one of Hero's attendants, "that Benedick loves Beatrice so devotedly?" "So say the prince and my betrothed," replied Hero, "and they wished me to tell her, but I said no, let Benedick get over it." "Why did you say that?" "Because Beatrice is unbearably proud. Her eyes sparkle with disdain and scorn. She is too conceited to love. I shouldn't like to see her making game of poor Benedick's love. I would rather see